Welcome to another episode of Randy and the Good Guy.
Welcome to another episode of
Nerd Out.
We are here with Jango Fett. Jango Fett. This is the Star Wars Black Series Jango Fett.
From episode
2. Man, you know what?
Yeah, I'm going to go there again.
Jango Fett, I think I have more of a problem with Jango Fett than I did with Jar Jar Binks, dude.
Okay, I'll give you that. They tried to make something that was sort of cool. They tried to flesh it out and made it worse.
Dude, that was the biggest cash grab. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you had episode 1, and like they're like, all right, this didn't work. George was like, this didn't work as I wanted to. What can I put in this movie that is completely unrelated to anything? The fans will go crazy shit, and it is Boba Fett's dad.
Hey, Dad.
Which was so stupid.
It was so stupid.
Because they could have made him Boba Fett, which
why even do that though? What a cash grab!
In the defense, he was in a treatment, an old treatment written by George Lucas, Fall of the Republic.
Was he really?
Yes. Yeah, I've read it, and I read it 10 years ago.
I don't know, man. It sounds like a cash grab. It's like Boba Fett was cool, but he was cool as just like he's a bounty hunter. He has a small role, and he looks cool.
I agree.
But they wrapped the whole concept of the clones, like Star Wars, the Empire is all around this guy, Jango Fett. Now,
Put that helmet back on!
don't get me wrong, Boba without Fett sounds pretty stupid.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, we got to come up with a name that goes with Fett that sounds equally as stupid, and they went with Jango. Jango. I don't know. Anyways.
They did it wrong. Like, if he would have been in episode 2 for a couple minutes, and it would have been Boba Fett, it would have been a great way to tie it together. But they gave this character way too much importance.
Way too much.
In the Star Wars
It was a cash
world.
grab, man.
I'll give you that.
They could
It
have
was.
created, a different guy, like Phil Simpson, and he could have been a cool
Well,
looking
who was the girl that changed shape?
Zamwazell.
Everybody was into her anyway.
She was.
They could have made her.
They could have made her.
They could
right.
have made her that guy, and people would have
But
loved
they
it.
couldn't have cloned her though, because then she.
No.
Yeah, because she's a female. But you know what? They're the one thing about Force Awakens I love so much is they made a lot of cool characters that were just in the background. That was what Boba Fett was. Nevertheless, here we are with a Star Wars 6-inch Black Series Jango Fett. And after I just shit on the character, it's kind of a cool figure.
It looks neat.
Yeah. First thing I want to bring to the attention is that his eyebrows, man, they're painted on. Did they do that because they look awful? They look like
He just got them dead.
Yeah,
He just got his eyebrows dead.
Yeah. Did they do that because the helmet is removable and it would scratch off the eyebrows? Do you think that's what their motivation was?
Possible.
It's got painted on eyebrows. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. I'm actually taking in the
I see
detail.
strippers with better eyebrows painted on.
Are
than
they
that.
physical though?
No, that's what
They're
I'm
not
saying.
at all.
They're not
They're
even
not at
physical.
all.
They're painted on, and that bothers me. But I think maybe they did do it because the helmet is removable and scratch it off. Another problem I have is I think they were a little heavy on the wash on the silver. There's a little.
Yeah, he looks pretty beat
little
up.
custom.
He looks a little. Yeah, he looks like something you do in your basement.
Yeah.
or
He looks
something.
like I took a Boba Fett Star Wars Black figure and painted up like Jango, which essentially is what Jango Fett is anyway. My other major gripe.
The Boba Fett's though still way better.
Yeah, the Boba Fett is better.
He's too bulky.
And since you say that, it brings me to a point of I have
Hey
to...
son, how are you?
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Dad.
Here's one thing I have about the Star Wars Black Series. Is I actually think this is a decent figure, with a couple flaws. But the $20 price, am I remembering it incorrectly? Or when Star Wars Black were introduced, weren't they introduced as a premium Star Wars figure?
Oh yeah, they were they were supposed to be
the end all be all of figures, right?
Yeah, and then Figuarts took a shit out of them.
That's my question is is it that the Star Wars Black figures have gotten progressively worse, or is it that we've just gotten so many better looking figures?
I think we've gotten so many better. They're not that bad. I mean, you get some cheap
I don't think they're bad, right?
Like some of the plastics cheap on the white figures, like a stormtrooper.
Oh, right.
But I think this looks pretty good.
I think it looks pretty.
$20,
for $20, it looks pretty good. I guess that brings me to another point. It's The Star Wars market, like, I mean, not Star Wars, the action figure market, like, seriously, this isn't a critique on the black, but, okay, so an action figure, like, in the 80s and 90s was, like, $5. Then it went up to, like, I remember X-Men figures, like, went up to, like, from $5 to, like, $6. And then they went to, like, $8 and $10. And then all of a sudden, $20. That's your standard. Like, $20 is your standard action figure. Like, that's kind of crazy, no?
I think it's a lot to ask of a collector. I mean, you know,
I think that's a lot
to get
to ask for.
5 figures, $100. That's a lot.
Not even a collector, like a kid, like
That's
$20 is gonna buy either that or you pay $8 and you get this. So I mean, this is your standard action figure. Like I don't know, I'm just bitching.
Yeah, it's a lot for a kid. And when I said collector, that's what I mean. It's someone who collects them as toys, like that's gonna play with them like a kid. I mean, $100 back in the day would have got you
holy shit,
like a war.
Right,
you could have a whole war with $100, and it's like this is like $100 today is nothing.
No,
a couple figures, and that's it. I mean, no room to be creative, no room to have fun.
No, and I get it. Like the economy is a lot different than it was. It's ever changing, but I don't know, man. To me, it looks like a $12 figure in this market. $12 to $14. I think that should be the price. $20 is like they've kind of created that standard. But with that said, like I think I'm a little hard on the Star Wars Black. It's a good action figure. It's super fun. Really good articulation. I love the articulation in the shoulders. How the armor kind of goes into the shoulders.
Yeah, it is cool.
I have a problem with his guns.
That is one limp gun you got.
His guns kind of look like limp dicks.
That one's bent. Yeah, I don't like that.
Little limp. I think the helmet fits good. I think if you put on the helmet, it looks good with the helmet.
All right, you're in charge of that.
No, yeah, you can't stand over it. The helmet fits pretty good. If you compare it to Boba Fett, like it obviously looks like someone's wearing a helmet. Yeah. But
I think it was physically bigger in the movie, though.
You think so?
I think so, because when you look at like the posters and the art in them, he looks like he's got a pretty huge head.
Would you have preferred if they would have just come out with the Tamara Morrison head, and then you could remove it and then just have like a helmet
heads?
Yeah.
Yes.
You do prefer that?
Yeah. I don't like removable helmet.
No.
Really.
But isn't it more organic? Like I like the removable helmet feature. I think it doesn't work.
It's got better play value, but the whole thing is plastic doesn't give like skin.
Yeah.
So it's like if you put a helmet over a real person, your skin will move, you know, and not the helmet. So
I think I'm just stuck in like I do like the play feature of a removable helmet. Like I guess it just harkens back to the day of like, you know, Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper removable helmet. Like even though that head was ridiculously small and looked ridiculous, like that play feature was so great. But I think probably for a line like this, it probably would have been beneficial if the head was just removable and you could just swap a mast head and a helmet it had. I like how the neck goes up and you can do flight mode.
That is pretty cool, and he can hold his helmet, right?
Well, that's fine. His guns do go in his holster.
Dude, if he can hold his helmet like under his arm, like
cool. Yeah, I guess so.
That's sort of cool,
He's
actually.
Cool. Jango Fett, man, Jango Fett.
You're right. It's a cash call.
Hey, man, I like your luck.
I mean, it's of the worst kind. Like, okay, we're gonna take this guy in this cool outfit, make him important. You know,
it made him way too important.
Yeah, I would have preferred just have Boba Fett in it. That doesn't matter.
Why? Just get rid of Boba Fett altogether. Why does Boba Fett have to be in every aspect of Star Wars?
He doesn't, but they needed. I thought he would have been a good thing to
tie the
trilogy
together. They needed to save
together.
something because the first movie didn't have that magic that they were everyone was hoping for. So George Lucas came together and just said, "Let's make Jango Fett. We're gonna put Boba Fett in. We're gonna change his colors."
His dad.
Hey, Dad.
And like,
yeah. Are these colors completely like? Are they related at all? Like I've tried to analyze it. Like, if you faded this color, is that what would it look like, or is it just completely different colors? Like, is there any relation?
I think it's completely different. I think his armor's almost completely different.
Yeah, he does have
his chest plate's the only thing that's the same. Really?
Yeah, and his helmet. You're right. I guess you never really noticed it. This head, I just want to point out, does not seem to be removable. So all you army builders who want to build clone troopers, I think you're screwed. I don't think it's going to happen. The backpack comes off, though. His jetpack. It's pretty cool.
Oh, but that head is affixed on so tightly.
Yeah.
Right, because they don't want you to customize it.
Of course not. Oh,
because they're going to come out with a removable helmet.
Yeah. Have they already?
I don't think so, but I'm sure they will. And like, oops, spoiler.
Yeah.
Well,
Look, here's the thing: is Figure Arts is coming out with Jango Fett, and it's gonna blow this one away. If you are a collector and you want the coolest looking figure and you want to pay $60 to $80 for it, then I just say wait for Figure Arts. But I'm gonna tell you, for today's market, $20, it's a fun toy. I think it's worth your money. And unless you need the best Jango Fett out there,
Will this ever be available at Toys R Us?
will you ever find it at
That's
Toys
what
R
I
Us?
mean,
I
yeah.
don't. I think people are finding them now, but I still have not found a Captain Phasma at retail.
Me neither.
It's
I've
crazy.
looked too. I mean, not for me, but I mean, every time I go, I check them out.
Yeah, not once, and it's been out for since the holidays. But I think it's a good figure. I think actually to today's value market, I think it's a very good value. My one thing I do want to point out before we leave you is I think one of my issues with the Star Wars Black figures is that they're comparable or with the Marvel Legends line, which is also Hasbro. And when I look at these or play with these, and then I play with Marvel Legends, I feel like the team that's working on Marvel Legends is just a step more passionate.
I was going to say that. They're a little better.
They are better.
They
like,
just seem like more complete.
yes.
Or something. I don't know. It's just...
It seems like that team...
They give a shit
They give a
bit
shit
more.
a little bit more. Like, it's like we're gonna make I don't know, give me some Taskmaster, like, but we're gonna make one sweet Taskmaster.
It's probably way more fun, though. You know, if you
Why?
think about it. Because
The
you're taking
articulation?
a real life dude,
Mhm.
something that exists on film, and you're just copying it. Where it's like if you're working on a Marvel Legend, you got to take some out of a comic book and make it 3D, which is sort of cool.
But don't they do movie figures, or
Yeah.
don't they do artist specific stuff? I mean, I see where you're coming
Sort
from.
of, but even if it's artist specific, you
can-
still get to be an artist a little bit.
That's true.
Where
That's
it's
true.
like, this is probably like,
You got to stick to what is on.
get us the diagrams
That's right.
and get the protractor out.
I think you've got some valid point on that.
Not
but,
like this doesn't involve him,
Mhm.
but I think there's more creativity in the Marvel Legends line.
I agree with you, but and plus, like, they're dealing with spandex, whereas like Star Wars, you're
Yeah.
generally dealing with a lot of like layers and folds and armors and stuff. I don't know. I think it's a good figure. I'm gonna actually recommend it. I wanted to shit on it really hard. I went to shit on it really hard. No, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna make fun of this. But to be honest with you, in today's market, $20 is gonna get you a nice, fun figure. So
Chrome
that's
looks nice on it too.
yeah, but I
I
think
mean, it's not chrome, the silver.
the silver looks good.
The
I think they were
silver.
heavy on the wash though, but yeah, it looks good. Get yourself a Jango Fett if you gotta have a Jango Fett. Jango Fett.
Jango Fett.
So please subscribe. We're almost at 500 subscribers.
Yeah,
Wow.
come on, get your buddies. Hit subscribe.
Please like,
comment.
I like the comments, and please, I'm begging you guys. Please tell me what to do on Twitter or Facebook. I mean, I could just leave it alone, but are we supposed to have some sort of? Are we supposed to do something on that?
Twitter's really stupid. I wouldn't worry about Twitter.
All right, I guess so. I don't know what to do with Twitter. So until next time,
Nerd out!
nerd out.
Hey, Dad.